What if your tendency to tear up isn't a weakness, but a sign your brain is wired differently? Psychology Made Simple is a digital media platform dedicated to raising mental health awareness by explaining psychological concepts in a clear and relatable way. If this resonates, consider sharing it with someone who might need it. If you've ever cried during a commercial, a song, or because someone said something genuinely kind to you, you're not broken. And you're not too sensitive. Your brain may simply process emotions more openly than most. For many people, feelings get filtered, softened, or pushed aside. For you, they arrive quickly and directly. That isn't weakness. It means you move through life with fewer emotional barriers. Imagine watching a movie where a dog reunites with its owner and your eyes fill with tears. Or someone gives you sincere feedback in a conversation, and suddenly, you're holding back emotion. People ask, "Are you okay?" And you're thinking, "Yes, that just touched me." You're not dramatic. You're not out of control. Your emotional system is just tuned a little differently. So what's actually happening? First, your emotional bandwidth is wider. Most people have an internal buffer. Something happens, the brain softens it, and delivers a manageable version. Your system tends to filter less. Psychologists call this heightened emotional sensitivity. It means your nervous system registers emotional input faster and more intensely. Small moments can carry significant emotional weight, not because you exaggerate them, but because you perceive more of what's there. Research suggests that around 19% of people experience emotions more vividly than average. Have you ever sensed a shift in someone's tone before anyone else noticed? That's not overreacting, that's awareness. People with heightened sensitivity often pick up on subtle voice changes, hidden emotions, and layered meaning others completely overlook. You're not just feeling more, you're perceiving more. A slight pause in someone's speech, a lyric that feels uncomfortably personal, a quiet act of kindness that lingers. Your brain detects emotional cues that move past most people unnoticed. That sensitivity combined with attentiveness, and it isn't a flaw. Second, your tears are release, not collapse. There's a common belief that crying for no reason means something is wrong. Often, the opposite is true. Tears are rarely about a single moment. Your brain links past memories, present stress, suppressed feelings, and unfinished thoughts. When tears come, it's often because your system decides it's time to let something flow instead of keeping it buried. Psychologists refer to this as emotional accumulation. Small triggers can unlock emotions that have been quietly building over time. Research even suggests that people who cry regularly often show lower overall stress levels. Crying activates the body's calming response and helps regulate emotional overload. In other words, your system isn't breaking down, it's recalibrating course. Crying is healthiest when it feels relieving rather than overwhelming. And if emotions ever feel unmanageable, seeking support is important. But for many, tears are simply the body's way of processing and resetting. Third, crying can strengthen emotional resilience. It's often assumed that people who cry easily can't handle intensity. In reality, many emotionally attuned individuals cope better precisely because they release feelings instead of storing them. When emotions are expressed, they don't create the same internal pressure. Your emotional capacity isn't limited, it's actively processed and regulated. Studies link healthy emotional expression to faster stress recovery and greater emotional insight. People who allow themselves to cry often identify, understand, and work through their feelings more effectively. What some label as emotional instability is often emotional fluency. There's also something rarely discussed. Tears can clarify connection. When you're open about your emotions, you quickly see who feels safe and who doesn't. The people who can sit beside your feelings without minimizing or trying to fix them are usually the ones worth keeping close. Fourth, you're not too much, you're more attuned. Many people manage life by muting their emotional signals. Over time, that creates distance from their inner world. So when you express emotion openly, it can make others uneasy. You're not doing anything wrong, you're simply doing something they've trained themselves not to do. Psychologists refer to this as emotional projection. Instead of exploring their own discomfort, People may call your expression excessive, but being deeply moved isn't dysfunction, it's responsiveness. Long-term emotional suppression has consistently been linked to higher stress and physical strain. Feeling deeply isn't the danger. Ignoring emotions often is. You're not overly emotional. You're responding honestly to experiences that matter. Fifth, your tears say what words sometimes cannot. Emotions often surface before language can explain them. You cry when you're overwhelmed because your system signals overload. You cry when you're touched because your body registers connection. You cry when you're frustrated because something needs attention. Your tears carry information. Neuroscience shows that emotional tears activate calming pathways in the nervous system, helping the body regulate and process experience. We live in a culture that often rewards emotional detachment, but you've remained connected to the full range of feeling, to beauty, to hurt, to meaning. Staying open to all of that takes courage. Crying can make others uneasy because it exposes what many of us were taught to suppress. Being human is intense. Life moves us. People shape us. Moments carry weight, and you chose not to shut that part of yourself down. So the next time someone asks, "Why are you crying?" remember this: you're not too sensitive. You're not too much. You're not broken. You're not lacking emotional control. You're simply allowing yourself to experience what's real. While others cope by numbing, you stay connected to your feelings. And that is a deeply human strength. Now, we're curious, are you someone who cries easily and embraces it? Or are you the type who rarely cries at all? Share your answer in the comments. And if this spoke to you, subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for being part of the Psychology Made Simple community. We'll see you in the next video.